daddies, metal daddies, metal daddies, metal daddies.
Son of Squarepass!
My daughter's gonna want to bust in here if I really start going on that one. So, very cool.
But yeah, welcome back to Death Metal Daddies. My name is
It's
Jeff.
been a minute. I'm Silas.
And actually, today's a special day, a special broadcast, because today I'm Jeff.
Coming out of the closet.
I am Mick Jeff, and you are Mac Silas, because today everyone's Irish.
Oh, hi.
St. Patty's Day.
Shite. I gotta do an Irish accent, eh? Or
Just
no?
a wee little bit of cunts over here, just sipping on some whiskey.
Crikey. Well, shit. If that's the case, I guess I need to bust mine out. Oh, yeah, it's up here. Man, I got 2 bottles of some sketchy looking liquor from a guy at work. He apparently
Does he
has a
make
lot
it?
of hook. No, he's like a connections guy. So like he sets up events and stuff, I guess. And I'm pretty sure that this stuff sucks because he said he has 60,000 bottles of it or had at one point, but I wanted to show you because the bottle's kind of cool. So I think it's clearly imported, but I don't know if you could see that. MIG fuel is what it says.
Okay.
90.
Russian?
Yeah. So
It almost looks like that, what's that, like Gatorade water? Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, like it doesn't look like, I mean, it looks like it's going to be awful. It looks like fuel. Looks like transmission fluid for real.
If it's Russian,
Um,
it probably is going to be pretty strong.
yeah, but it even has like the Soviet logo on it. Like that's crazy. But yeah, pretty wild. So that'll just be probably shelfer for life. But and then this one too, that Semagon. I don't know. Yeah, totally foreign label.
Yeah, that's some kind of like Siberian language.
Yeah, Semagon Revolution. I don't know. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. I actually have an English description on the back here. Samagon is a traditional spirit that dates all the way back to Ivan the Terrible. It is produced from the pomace, seed stem skins and residual juice left over from the wine production, which is fermented and then distilled through a Samagon copper pot still. Using a recipe that dates back to 1767, our Samagon is smooth and hearty, made of only the finest ingredients and full of old country flavor. This is a taste of tradition. Deval VPN. Let's drink, in parentheses. Imported by, yeah, whatever. Bullshit. St. Louis, something. Um, yeah, I don't know. Might be another
Huh.
shelf or two. There's floaties in here. So I feel like it's already old as it is. And it's going to kind of be like probably Fallout scenario liquor. You know what I mean?
So I wonder, because I think they're both like Russian. I wonder if they even like, because sometimes I've had like whiskey where it has even a little bit of like residue from the barrels they were in and stuff like that, or like vanilla shavings. I wonder if it's like maybe some leftover potatoes and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. I think it said. Well, what did it say? Did it say wine, or was that the other one?
It looked
It was
like
clear.
vodka, but maybe it is wine, or maybe they're just using the same stuff from the wine to also make the uh vodka.
Hmm.
I don't have
But
anything
here,
fancy. I just have Jameson.
okay. Here's my go-to.
Triple triple. Oh, Buffalo
Buffalo.
Trace.
I'm not really Irish, so I apologize, but um, Salut or
S-
whatever Irish say. I don't know.
Drink.
Drink. I'm just going to do a shooter here.
Oh yeah.
Clean the pipes. Well, I told myself I wasn't going to drink this episode because I feel like I sound stupid. Like whenever it
I don't
comes
know.
out and I listen to
I
it.
think it's pretty fun when you're drunk.
Okay, well, screw it. Let's do it then. Going hard.
I mean, I felt the same way when I was drunk. I remember I was pretty much fawning over everything
Oh, it's
Kitchen
great.
Stream was doing.
Yeah, I love it when you're drunk. Just constant stumble, total shit
Yeah,
show.
yeah. But anyways, how you been?
Um, oh, I got slammed there for a moment, man. So that's why I kind of had to postpone last week. So I was driving down the highway one day from work, and I was noticed this frantic wobbling going on, and it was like, man, this does not sound or feel good. And I've had this happen a couple times. I'll be going on the highway like 60 miles an hour, hit a bump, and it's like, and it sounds like I hit a rumble strip for like 10 seconds. And so I slow down all the way to like 30, pull off, and then it goes away. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I get back on the highway, fine. So that happened twice. Well, anyways, coming home from work the other day, and it's like doing that but constantly, and I slow down, pull off, it doesn't stop now, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And so I just coast it home at like on 50, 55 miles an hour, and I mean my truck just doesn't sound like it should be driving right now. I'm like, fuck, I hope I'm not doing severe damage. So I get home, do a quick inspection. I can't really see anything identifying like the problem. It doesn't smell great, but it wasn't like overheating or anything like that. So I was like, damn, what is this? And so I was kind of eyeballing the, suspension area, whatever, and I seen some shavings on my front brakes, or my front wheels, and so I was like, well, I didn't change my front brakes when I did my back ones, and I did my back ones like a year or so ago. I can't really remember, but so I was like, it's probably time to do the front ones. Let's just do the front ones. And me being typical me, I get carried away, and I'm like, well, if I need to change my brakes, should I just do the hubs? If I do the hubs, should I just do the fucking rotors? Should I just do the calipers too? And so, dude, yeah, I $700 in parts, and um, yeah, I got two hubs, um, new rotors, new calipers, new pads for the front brakes, calipers on the front side, and new manual locking hubs. My system, it's a pulse vacuum automated system, so like you just flip the switch inside the truck to go to 4x4. But I did some research, and a lot of people say that's like one of the first things to fail on a Ford Ranger, my year specifically. So I was like, well, screw it. I'll just fucking change it to the manual ones. No biggie. So I got the new caps for that. I found out one of my vacuum hubs has been missing this whole time. So I didn't know that, and I was like, well, that makes sense why I had such trouble getting out of a snowy stuck spot, or a spot I was stuck in the snow this last winter. Um, so yeah, switched it over to manual hubs. Also, I broke a bolt on my steering knuckle right after I got everything put together. Lex was helping me bleed the brakes. Got finished bleeding them, and literally my wrench hits the tip of this bolt on the steering knuckle. And I only know what that is because I, had to look it up and do some research. And so the tip of this bolt literally just falls to the ground. It's like, what the fuck? Like with the nut on it. And it's just sheared. I was like, how does that happen? Like, I didn't even add any pressure. I didn't need like, knock it hard or anything. So it just broke off. So I was like, well, fuck. Now I got to replace that. So that was another day I couldn't drive it. So I went to the store yesterday, got a new bolt, had to jack up the lower arm under that side, replace that bolt, got it replaced. And then I was like, okay, cool. Let me check my fluids, check my transmission fluid. It's not even in the grid that it's supposed to. Reading low, and it looked rusty and milky. I was like, oh my God, disaster, just, after disaster. So, not totally, though. I did some research on that. That was just a simple transmission fluid fil- transmission. Oh my God, transmission filter swap. And so, you have to do it comes with the gasket and everything. Had to get transmission fluid. So got into the truck, had to jack it up. I did this tonight. Take the pan off, clean the pan out with brake fluid. It needed it, but I didn't find anything catastrophic. It was pretty comparable to like the videos I've seen dudes online making. It needed it. So I'm glad I did it. But yeah, just working on truck, dude. Like I feel American AF right now. Like I dirt under my fingers for like the last week. I feel like I could take anyone on.
Hell
So
yeah.
let's go. No,
Are you
I
headstrong?
yeah, I am. I know. No, I'm just kidding. But it's been there is such a great sense of like just not really gratitude. I don't know, maybe I guess it is gratitude, but just doing it myself, like, because I also I instill trust in myself to fix shit for whatever goes wrong next. But I don't know, it just feels cool to fix shit. But anyways, I guess tomorrow's gonna be the first day I can drive it to work. I still haven't taken it out on the highway, so I think I'm gonna. Well, I was gonna try that tonight, but I don't know, depending on how much whiskey I get into. So probably not. But anyways, that's done. It should be good to go. Transmission fluid is good now. Yeah, everything should be kosher. So, anyways, sorry for the rant. I've been working on my truck. Back to doing school thing, per usual. Work, mulching at work. Yeah, man, just gearing up for spring and all that fun stuff. What about you, man? How you been?
Been pretty good. Have not a lot has been happening, but I've just been having a lot of I've been getting to catch up on some things like so Danny took the older kids up to Columbia because the school that the kids go to, their girls basketball team went to state. So and Annie, like she has like a kind of like a mentor kind of thing on the team. So they went up and watched them both on the I think it was Wednesday night and Thursday because there's the semifinals and the finals next day. So they went up Wednesday night after her Annie's own basketball game, drove up. So it was just me and Theo, so I took the next day off. So with that, I finished another book, and then I watched a shit ton of movies that I've been wanting to watch. I've never gotten to watch. So I finished the book Clown in a Cornfield, which made me want. I was like, oh, apparently there's a movie on this. Watch the movie. I was like, you know what? I never get to watch horror, so then I watched In a Violent Nature. Woke up the next day and finally watched Longlegs,
Oh,
which
nice.
was I that was fucking great. And then I then watched Three
Ooh, to
Billboards in
Ebbing?
Ebbing, Missouri. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great one too, dude. I
yeah,
love that movie.
amazing movie. I love that
It
one.
is.
And then the very next day,
Superb
Friday.
acting.
Oh yeah, I really liked both Woody Harrelson and was it Norman Rock? Who was the like racist cop
Yeah,
guy?
Sam Rockwell. Yeah, dude, that guy
Yeah.
is like a low key. He's just I don't know. That whole collection of actors in that movie really just pulls you in. It's just it's
Hmm.
so well, actually, isn't it based on a true story?
I don't think so because I actually looked it up because at first I thought it was based on a book.
Huh?
But apparently I looked it up. I guess the director just got inspired by driving through Texas and
Oh wow.
I think some guy or some woman pretty much did the billboard thing, but for their spouse who got killed. Like pretty much
Oh,
that
okay.
same idea, and he got that idea to turn that into a movie. But
That
it
is
does
cool.
like it is an amazing movie because I do think it's a complex movie, like emotional,
Mm-hmm.
because like yes, the woman was wrong, but I feel like she's also causing a lot of hurt, like the cop who has cancer. And then there's that whole scenario where he's like having a beautiful day with his wife and his kids, and then he just kind of goes off and kills himself, and it's just like the most depressing thing.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God. So brutal.
Hmm. And then like the most of the movie afterwards is just like his notes of what
Mm-hmm.
he left people. It's like, it gotcha.
It does. Yeah, that fucking Sam Rockwell. I gotta apologize for saying low key earlier. I feel like I really need to rid that of my vocabulary. But he is a great actor. But he plays such a great like idiot cop in that movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he
He really
does.
does. Everything he does, really. Like that movie Choke. Do you remember that? Did you ever see that?
Oh no, I never saw that.
He's like a sex addict, but he like basically chokes himself, or he like makes himself choke in restaurants to get like funds or like money out of it, or like tries to basically. It's like his way of working the system. It's so good, dude. It's such a great one. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah, I love that actor, man. He's awesome. Yeah,
I
that
usually
is a really good movie.
I usually think of him as the guy in the Green Mile.
Oh, is he like the villain dude in that one?
Yeah, he's like the crazy guy who, because I want to say like John Coffey's supposed to represent like God or Jesus, and Sam Rockwell is supposed to almost represent like the devil, because
Mm.
Sam Rockwell's actually committed the crime that John Coffey was accused of.
Oh
Like you find
yeah.
out at the end, like spoiler alert, 20 years later, but
Yeah.
uh, you find out Sam Rockwell's the one who actually killed and raped those girls, and then them for John Coffey to get framed, who was trying to heal them and save them. Yeah, great. And also, do you remember? I didn't know this. Do you remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the
Yeah.
original movie?
Yeah.
You know he was in
Like
that.
no, I guess not.
He's the guy. Remember when the kids go to like the underground club and asks that he tells them what all they can do, and then asks them. Apparently, I didn't forgot about this line until they brought it up. Famous line, menthol or regular. Like he's the greasy haired guy. Takes the
Huh.
kids to this like underground club. Yeah, that's Norman Rock or Sam Rockwell or what's
Wow.
his name? Sam what?
I'm pretty sure it's Sam Rockwell.
I got you. Yeah, he's a great actor. But yeah, then
Yeah.
Friday when they got home, they all wanted to watch Zootopia too, so I
Oh,
got to
that's a
see
good
that
one.
as well. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
also good.
Jason Bateman, he does the fox really good in that movie. I
Hmm.
love that. I love
Oh,
the ode to The Shining too with the
yeah.
cat. Dun, 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 dun. And he just
And he has
walking
the
through the
crazed face.
labyrinth. Yeah. I was like, this is awesome, dude. That was so funny.
I also like the beaver uh talking to the walrus. Yep,
Hey,
yep,
Bob.
yep.
Hey, Bob.
Yep, yep.
Hey, Bob. Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
But I will say, Long Legs was very,
Yeah.
very good. I really
Very
enjoyed
eerie,
that.
right?
Yeah, but I love the whole like twist, like the with the dolls and finding out the mom.
Hmm.
I don't know, just the whole vibe. It was still like because I can't. It kind of leaves the ending kind of open because it's
Hmm.
still like, is it still taking control of them? Like, not really answered questions, but felt it felt like a good movie because also I kind of watched shitty movies leading up to it. Because the Clown
Yeah.
and Cornfield was a shitty movie. I love the
Yeah.
book. The movie sucked. In a Violent Nature, it was a good idea, but it didn't need to be that long. And then
What's that
Long
one?
Legs. In a Violent Nature is literally just it's a typical slasher movie, but imagine a slasher movie, but an art student pretty much made it. So it's pretty much from the eyes of the serial killer the entire time. Like there's a lot of really good shots where it almost feels like you're playing like a third person video game, just following this killer through the woods. Like it's just over his shoulder. And there's like good, like long, 10-minute long scenes where it's just that shot of just him walking to the cabin. Most of the dialogue is just him overhearing the main characters talking or
Wow.
the actual like people talking. It's an interesting movie. The kills are super fucking brutal. Um, but at the same time, it got so dry at some points. So Long
Yeah.
Legs was awesome.
Winner. Nicolas Cage just goes crazy, man.
Hmm.
Like one of the opening scenes, or if I don't know if it is the opening, but or I can't remember, but whenever he does like the and I'm just like, ugh, like, I don't know. It's just
Or
it's like eerie. I don't know.
when he
Very
slams his
unnerving, I
face
guess.
when he slams his face to death and on the table, but right before he just yells "Hail Satan."
Yeah,
It's just
it's
like,
like that's
oh, it's
fucking
so
brutal.
creepy.
It's like, damn, like that's crazy. Yeah, fucking wild. I guess the one thing I was missing from that is I didn't understand the character connection, but you know what? It was also just like a I don't know if I needed it either. You know what I mean? Like him tied to the doll thing, or he made the dolls, right? Did
Yeah,
he just
he's the doll maker.
okay?
He's pretty much like the Earth's like because Satan is the pretty much the main, I would say the main architect of the bad guy, but he's the one who physically on Earth is enabled to act the things out until he finds the mother, convinces her to make a pact with the devil. So he'll make the dolls and she delivers it.
Such yeah, that was a crazy fucking movie. And that the main chick though, like the detective chick, she did a really good job too, though.
Hmm.
You know, I feel like she's a pretty big actress now, isn't she?
Yeah, I had never heard of her before, but I was looking her up on Wikipedia. I guess she's like the new era of scream queens. I guess she's in a lot of these horror movies and stuff, and is pretty
Hmm.
like big in that. Yeah. I also just kind of liked how it felt almost like the very more detective-ish instead of a typical like horror movie. Like
Yeah.
it's detectives trying to figure out what's going on. So it also had that feeling of like a almost like Zodiac, kind of like
Yeah.
trying to get to the bottom of what's or Black Dahlia, trying to you're it's almost like
Yeah.
a crime thriller, but it's also
Right.
horror.
Yeah. Those flicks are good. Zodiac was awesome too.
Yeah. I still haven't finished that though. Something about that one scene where he gets the couple on a picnic. Something about that just gets
Oh,
me. So I was like, I don't know if I can watch this right now.
yeah.
Where it almost feels like the director's taking pleasure in making us watch these people just get stabbed. It's like, I don't
Yeah.
know how I feel.
Pretty gnarly. It was very just like very realistic type of
Hmm.
filming, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, haven't really just been working. Took today off, had a day date with Danny.
Nice.
Playing a lot of guitar. I did upgrade my Ultimate Guitar account. They have a new feature now where you can upgrade your account and they have all remember when you go into like guitar stores, they have those like guitar books. You
Uh-huh.
can learn like different styles. You can learn like a rock and roll guitar, lead style, rhythm, or if you want to learn blues, rock and roll, hair metal, jazz, and stuff like that. If you upgrade your account, you have access to all those books. It's like a couple thousands of different books, and you just work through them through the site. So I upgraded that, and I've been learning jazz, which has been fun,
Okay.
surprisingly. Uh, so yeah.
Let's hear it.
Uh, I almost went down to singing the Super Mario theme, but boop, 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 boop.
You could
Yeah.
almost turn that into like a Seinfeld bass. Beep, beep,
Burn.
doot, 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 doo. Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool, man.
yeah. I recommend it for everyone. If you have Ultimate Guitar, upgrade to get the songbooks. Although I also realized apparently I have two different Ultimate Guitar accounts. Uh, one I start opened in 2014, one I opened in 2011. Both of them I have paid for lifetime access to Guitar Pro.
I think that's called identity theft.
But no, I had on my computer I had one account, my phone I had a different account.
Oh shit. I've done the same thing with like Amazon memberships, where one's linked to my number and then the other's linked to my email or something. And I guess they weren't synced for a while, so I had Prime accounts on both. It's like, why in the fuck is Amazon charging me 16.99 twice a month? These motherfuckers. I was like, oh, oops. Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily though, I don't have to since I guess I bought lifetime so I don't have to pay for it again. But it's the fact that I spent that much money twice and now I have these two accounts but I can only really need one. One of them has
What
the songbook upgrade, the other doesn't.
what's a lifetime account run for Ultimate Guitar?
I don't know. I think it was probably like anywhere from like 60 to $100, but that was like I don't even know if they offer it anymore. But I think it was like 10 years ago.
Grandfather did.
Yeah, because like one account is from said member since 2011, the others since 2014. So I don't know.
Nice.
I don't think they do that anymore, but
Huh.
because also I think that was dumb of them to do that. Now you're not going to get any more income from
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't touched my guitar in a minute.
I've been looking at a lot of guitars on like Marketplace. There's a lot of good ones. Actually, there's one I'm very interested. It's pretty much the same thing as my guitar. Like it's J Tercer 220, but it's black and it has a whammy bar, and they're selling it for just a
Ooh,
hundred
that'd be
bucks.
cool. I'd just
So
get
if
it to
you,
whammy.
well, actually, I was thinking of just doing it so that way I can have one set in a certain tuning, the other in a different tuning, so I don't have to worry about like constantly down tuning or worry about strings and stuff like that. I can have one is like super low and one is like my standard, which is what I was thinking. Yeah, only 100 bucks for it when I paid 300 for this one like 15 years ago.
Hell yeah. Can't beat that, dude.
Hmm.
I see the King Diamond. That's pretty sick.
Yes,
What
yes,
album
because
is
I've been
that?
feeling
Abigail?
some, yeah, Abigail. Because I've been feeling a little bit of old.
Abigail!
This is the this is the, this is the one that has tea time, isn't it? Time for tea.
I don't know.
No,
Time
that's
for
I think that's them. The book or the one that's called Them, which is actually my
Oh,
favorite one. This is a good one too, but Them I think is better. Uh
I still get Merciful Fate and King Diamond's tracks mixed up. I don't know.
yeah.
Melissa, I don't know if is that Merciful Fate?
That's yeah, that's Merciful Fate. Because I want to say it's like their
Oh,
first album.
Melissa, you're in my dreams. You're in.
Yeah. Brings me back to when we saw them. Because
I know, dude.
that was
That was
such a
so
great
cool.
show.
It was.
They they had the
Hell of
old
a
lady
performance.
prosthetics for tea time.
Yeah, dude, the fucking stage was like I mean, it was so theatrical. It
Hmm.
was like a giant castle on that
Yeah.
stage.
And didn't they also have like one of those acoustic stands to where like the guitarist could play his electric, but then walk up and then do the acoustic, then walk back away? I want to say
I don't
they did
know.
that.
I was a couple drinks in, feeling pretty good when they came on.
Yeah, we got drunk there because obviously there's no driving. We could just walk to our hotel room.
Right, yeah. But then, like, when Slayer came on and that fucking pit started, like, it sobered me right up. I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely nuts. I didn't, like,
Yeah,
have any time to drink, nor did I really want to at that point.
but yeah. I have Abigail Williams up because I've been listening to a lot of older school black metal, and really ties into what we're about to talk about.
Mm.
New
Religion.
releases.
What are you guys listening to?
Weekly playlist.
Weekly playlist.
Weekly playlist. Weekly.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. So
Okay.
we're going through March 6's playlist. And with it, I kind of feel the need to perhaps talk first about all the singles. Because for me, and talking with you pre-show, I think you're probably in a similar thinking to where it feels like the singles are probably the best thing about this playlist. I feel like the singles are kick-ass. So you want to start with singles?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's start off with the old school black metal, the inventors of black metal, extreme metal, thrash metal, death metal. Uh, the old band Venom has came out with a new song and announcing a new album. This new song is called "Lay Down Your Soul." Um, and if anyone's familiar with Venom, especially their like biggest song, Black Metal, this song has very much that vibe because literally it has that same line, "Lay down your soul to the God rock and roll." So it's just kind of it still sounds somewhat modern, but it's still like
Lay
you have
down your
remember
soul.
lay down your soul to the God rock and roll. But yeah, it still has that like you still remember like this is like 60-year-old dudes like playing it. So it still has a little bit of an older vibe. It's fun. Uh Gets me a little excited for new Venom. What do you think of this track?
Yeah, dude, I thought it was sick. Super thrashy. Um, doesn't, yeah, like it sounds like Venom, but I don't know. I think it's cool when the older bands are still throwing it down.
Hell
Sounds
yeah.
solid, dude. I dug it.
Hell yeah. Get excited for brand new Venom coming out. Come on, load. Into Oblivion coming out. Was it gonna say when it's coming out? Usually there's a count. What do you mean couldn't find? Here we go. In 44 days, May 1st. May 1st, we get brand new Venom, Into Oblivion. Um, Up next, we have another new single from Bodysnatcher. Um, Violent Obsession. And you know what? I actually dig it. It's I mean, it's Body Snatcher, so I mean, if you are familiar with Body Snatcher, you know what to expect. But I feel like this one is a little bit more catchier than they've been doing recently. So I kind of dig it, and I do feel like it kind of, for me, actually does go back to like the super negative stuff they used to always talk about on like This Heavy Void, which was my favorite album by them. Because it seems to be talking about like child abuse or some kind of abuse in some way. So I really dig it. What did you think of this?
I thought it was cool. Yeah, I don't know. I really want to like this band. I don't know if I'm still on their train or not. I don't know what I'm not a hater, I'm trying not to be, but it's just not really sticking with me, if that's fair to say. So
Understandable. Yeah, because I know you're not super into like the beatdown, which is
I
pretty
just
much what.
yeah. I mean I've tried to like Body Snatcher a number of times. I still just for some reason can't jive it. I don't know.
I gotcha. Understandable. Uh, but if anyone else wants to check out Violent Obsession by Bodysnatcher. Up next, we have a new single from the final album of the legendary extreme metal band Sepultura.
Oh
The new
yeah.
single called "The Place." Um, this was an odd one. What did you think of this one?
I thought it was cool. I was a little thrown off with the cleans, but when they kicked in, but like I immediately recognized who it was. I didn't have to guess. But then I feel like he's got such a cool vocal, man. Like he's very unique, and I think that's what really draws me into this band and their sound just collectively. I think the tunage is super badass, uh, very catchy. Um, and yeah, so if this I'm super pumped about this album. Sad to see that this is their final album. I don't know
Yeah,
why that is, but they're all kind of probably getting up there, I'd say, right? I mean, they've been doing Sepultura for a minute. I know they've had member
yeah.
changes, but
I want to say they started in like the mid 80s, but they only have like one original member now. But even Derek Green, the current vocalist, I want to say he joined in like mid to late 90s. So yeah, even that, it's like
yeah,
30, almost 30 years. So, but I also think it's one of those things that I feel like there's so much, when it comes to Sepultura, I feel like there's a lot of hate that gets thrown at them because of like still from like kicking out the both Calvera brothers. And since Calvera brothers are now kind of like re-recording and mixing their old albums anyway. It's one of those things I think
yeah,
it is bearing Sepultura more and more. Uh,
yeah.
so
They're definitely something different than they were. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like Sepultura tried to stay tribal and bring those vibes, which I think they did, but they just still were not up to par with as tribal as Cavalier was. Just
Hmm.
not touching it. You know what I mean? He really brought the tribal aspects to life, I feel like.
Yeah, like even on like the most recent Soulfly album, because it
Oh
feels more
yeah, dude.
natural with him.
Yeah. He's just got that like kind of fucking stuck in a cave chant shit, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
but this Derek Green, like the current one, like like I said, he's got a unique vocal too, man. I really don't, I love his also. It's just they're very different things, to
Hmm.
me. Like I can definitely hear the similar influences and stuff like that, but um, or like the tribal aspects, but they're just different from each other. So yeah, I don't know, but cool song. I really dug this one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you like it?
I thought I was Luke. I liked it better than most recent Sepultura I've heard, because I have never really been into. I've never been super into Sepultura. The Sepultura I do like is pretty much like the classics. Like I like Roots. I like Chaos AD. Beneath the Remains isn't bad, or even their first couple ones. But for me, I've
Dude,
never really.
I love that Cyber God album.
Which one
Did
was
you like
that?
that one?
Oh, I think it. You think you told me about it, but I don't think I ever actually checked it out. That was like a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God, I got obsessed with it. Actually, I think it was like when we were living together, like 2015 maybe.
That sounds about right. 'Cause I remember you were talking it up,
Mm.
but I think I was like, no, it's not Calvera. Because I don't think I've ever actually listened to a full Derek Green. I think I tried to listen to what was it, Quadra something?
Oh, that's it. That's the album I'm thinking of. Or no, it's not. Sorry. Hang on, I'm just gonna look it up. Uh, oh, so the last one they released was 2021. I don't even remember listening to this. Sepultura,
Yeah, I think
and
that
then
was the one I listened to.
they had Quadra the year before in 2020. The one I'm thinking of is 2017, Machine Messiah.
Ah,
That that one is fucking awesome, dude. I love that album. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they got a lot of catchy songs on it. And that song Cyber God that I mentioned, it's like a deep cut. It's track like 10 of fucking 12 or 13 or something like that. So, uh great song, dude. Killer track, killer album. That's been the last one that really moved me from this band, but I think I'm pretty stoked for this new release based off this
I
song.
gotcha.
It's weird. It's a
Yeah.
slower song, like a slower
Hmm.
start, but cool vibes. I really dug it.
Yeah, because it doesn't really get into like the heavy until like about halfway point, so about 2.5 minutes
Yeah.
into it. Because it is a kind of a longer song, but it does throw me off a little bit when about there's a lot of like weird clean singing, like not normal clean singing, like actual weird clean singing from him. It just feels a little weird, but I do think it kicks into more of a what you expect from Sepultura about the halfway point, like the riffage. Because even then, I was listening to it again before we started, trying to see if I can figure out what he's doing on the guitar. Uh, so yeah, it's a good one. Uh,
Mm.
I'll see if I warm up more to it when the album comes out if we get more singles. But yeah, for now, check out The Place by Sepultura, leading up to a new album, final album. Check it out. We will.
Yes.
Up next we have Nunslaughter with their new song Satanic Chaos Legion. This is a band I keep
N-U-N.
hearing. What's that? Yeah,
N-U-N slaughter.
yeah,
None slaughter.
NUN, the profession. Um,
Yeah.
I've I this is a band I keep hearing about, but I've never been into because I've always felt they've been a little too raw.
Hmm.
Supposedly, I looked it up. Supposedly, this band has the holds the record among metal bands anyway for the most releases.
Really?
For like it's in the couple hundred releases, and but that's including like EPs, splits, live albums,
Good
along
grief.
with albums. Um, but I've never been super into them. But I do kind of dig this new song. It's not bad. I feel like the production is better than what I was expecting from this kind of band. Kind of like a older school, like um, like a blackened death metal, a little bit of thrash in there. But this is their new song, Satanic Chaos Legions. What'd you think of this song?
I thought it was cool. I don't totally remember this one entirely. I don't know. I did have the playlist just kind of rolling, and so I remember just kind of rolling through some songs, and I think this was one of them. Not hateable though, you know what I mean? But
Hmm.
I can't. I don't remember this off the top of my head. I do. I'm on their Spotify now, and like I recognize the guitarist. He's got like the pretty unique corpse paint design, like an upside down cross on his forehead with like the black streaks coming from his eyes. I'm just kidding. Um, but for real though, like he seems like a guy you'd see in like the what's that fucking book called?
Lord of the
True
Rings.
Norwegian black metal. True, true,
Oh,
true Norwegian black metal. He looks like a guy from that one. But anyways, yeah, like I'll have to go back to this. I haven't listened to this band, but I was seeing on the description on their Spotify, they've been around for 33 years. That's crazy.
hmm. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they're an older band, been doing it a long time. Very much stayed underground, and I feel like that's just kind of where they want to be. But I've been seeing a lot. They've been doing a lot of interviews with that Hell Headbangers Ball, or I think it's just called Hell Headbangers, that record label and YouTube and whatever, a bunch of different things. He's always doing interviews with him. But like I said, I've never been into him, but I don't know. This one doesn't sound as raw as I've been used to hearing from him. So,
Pretty
feels a
death
little bit more,
metal vibe.
yeah, a little bit more palatable than what I was expecting from a new Nunslaughter. And a little
I would expect
thrashy.
more black metal, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't ever go like full on like Mayhem or Dark Throne style black metal. It almost feels like kind of like earlier black metal, like Bathory-ish, uh, or
Mm-hmm.
um or Celtic Frost, but more death metal-ish. So yeah, check out Nunslaughter's new single, Satanic Chaos Legions. Check it out. All right. Up next is some big ones. First up, we have our first new song from the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza in what, 13 years ish?
Yeah, it's been a while, dude.
Yeah.
Joshua Travis is back.
Yes. And
Officially.
I love this 'cause it feels like, so Danza 4 I do like, but it doesn't feel like it's actually like the Danza that's in the first three albums. It feels like it's mostly just Joshua Travis riffing over it. This one feels like Joshua Travis riffs are still all over it, but it still feels like older tap dance is coming back to where everything's melding back together the way it should. And I really enjoy this. What did you think of this?
Yeah, dude. I thought it was great. I mean, it's a great sound. To me it sounds like they're picking up right where they left off, you know.
Hmm.
What was the last record? Danza 4 or
Yeah, Danza 4.
yeah, like I love that album. I think this is a great pickup, man. Like it sounds like they yeah, just right back to where they were. So I think that's awesome. I think this is a great way for Joshua Travis to kind of reroute from Amir, you know. I always kind of thought
Hmm.
the Amir phase was weird. So,
Yeah,
uh, yeah,
I think
but
he's
yeah,
too talented for Amir.
yeah.
Also, I was gonna send you something, but I found out the person who was saying it wasn't being genuine. But I think there seems to be more and more talk of a possible Glass Cloud reunion
Oh,
as well. Yeah.
oh,
Well, that's
dude.
the thing. I saw this drummer, like I guess he's like this famous drummer. He was drumming some Glass Cloud, and he says, "Who wants to help me convince the rest of Glass Cloud to join it back up with me?" It's like, is this the drummer of Glass Cloud? And he's all up about getting back together. But I found out he
Yeah.
was never in the band, so it's just some guy.
Uh,
But I've been seeing more and more Glass Cloud talk from like, but it's just people in comments for now. So I'm hoping now that he's not on the full-time touring band that Amir kind of is, uh, and he's with Danza, who there's a bunch of musicians. I feel like they all kind of help write.
yeah.
Hopefully, he has enough time to bring back Glass Cloud as well.
Hell yes, dude. I mean, he was kind of doing that back in the day, wasn't he? Wasn't he kind of floating those two bands at the same time, or no?
I
Or was
think
one
he
before
had,
the other?
I think he formed Glass Cloud immediately after Danza 4, so he might have even been in the early stages of forming Glass Cloud when he was recording Danza 4, possibly. Because it was
They
almost
have
like
some,
seamless.
yeah, they just have some fucking awesome songs, dude. And I
Hmm.
really fell back in love with Glass Cloud sound from the Gent in the Gym playlist that we made.
Hmm.
Like I just those songs just fucking punch so hard, dude. And actually, quite frankly, the lyrics are really dark on one of them. It was "My soul is dead." I mean, or something like that, or I don't know. But yeah,
Is
it's
that
just
I dug
like
a
I've
grave?
got nothing left. It's just fucking. It's just Joshua Travis's. I'm just like, oh my god, it's so good, dude. That was just a kick ass sound, man. Like they should definitely bring that shit back. Love that band, man.
Especially the direction they were going, because I loved the A Royal Thousand, but I think Perfect War Forever was an even heavier, darker
Oh
step
yeah.
forward. So if they would keep going that trajectory, ah,
Yeah.
possibilities are endless. Just keep going that way.
I mean, the dude can just like totally get down on a sick groove, like gent, but then he can also make this like fucking just crazy, pretty sounding like soundscape. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
what's the end of that one song? Fucking from Glass Cloud.
Where is your duo?
Yeah.
I
Oh, I
ain't
love
on
that,
a
dude.
car.
Oh, it's so good. But it's like its own weird way of pretty. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like its own
Because
beauty.
I'm trying to think of what's even going on with the guitar. Is it like is he just doing like the melody of what he's singing, but on a guitar possibly?
Kinda. Yeah, it's like kind of like he's singing, like I mean, just with strings. I don't know how to
Hmm.
explain it. It's wild. Um, what is that? The Royal Thousand or something like that, or the
I know that's the name of the album. I forget. Is that Ivy and Wine?
IBM Wine? That's right. Yeah, yeah. Um, Ivy and Wine, and there's another one on that album where
If
he,
she is ill, none could be, or if she's well, nothing could be ill.
yeah, something like that. They get some weird ass titles.
Yeah,
Fucking killer album though, dude. Killer band. God, I miss that. So yeah,
hell yeah,
but Danza, not to take the
yeah,
limelight from Danza here, but yeah, hell of a reunion. I think tons of metal fans all around are super pumped on this one. For good reason. I think this is so sick.
hell yeah. We're getting Danza 5. But yeah,
Say when.
if you're excited about new Tony Danza, go check out Say When by the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. Up next, we have another big new single. Although it's kind of counter to what we talked about previously. It was like, hopefully, this band doesn't release another single. And sure enough, the very next day they released a single.
I mean,
But
it's standard. You know what I mean? That's standard metal labels anymore. We're going to. I don't think anyone's gonna actually fucking just do one and done. I
yeah,
I can't think of any album that's been one and done lately though. Can you? I don't know.
not really. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm not mad about this one because I actually
I'm
like
not
this
either.
song even better. This is,
Really?
I like this better than the previous song. Like, I love the previous song, but I think this one kicks even harder ass. I think it's groovy as fuck. I love the pinch harmonics on it. But I also, listening to it, I just thought, I was like, I love how nothing is like showy. Like they have all these squealies, like the pinch harmonics in it, but they don't like draw focus to it. It's just like part of the riff. Like they can almost like how they produce it, like keep it contained. And it also feels like
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like trumpets underneath it, but even if they are there, they're keeping those kind of subdued as well, to where it's really just focusing on like just driving forward. Uh,
Yeah. It
it's
is like
it
marching.
gives me a lot of
Yeah.
like, yes, it gives me kind of like a old school Behemoth or Hate Eternal
Yes.
vibe.
Yes, I got
It's great.
big behemoths with this one. Attrition. It's very chuggy. Yeah, like you said, very kind of just pushing forward, like and it's like just pretty much that throughout the entire song. But yeah, I agree with you, dude. I'm not mad about it at all. I do think this song fucking totally rips. Um, I'm like this close. I'm probably gonna do it tonight. I really need to. I think I'm gonna pre-order this album.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
birthday treat for myself, dude. This is. I told myself too. I was like, all right, first single's great. That one was awesome. I kind of need to make my decision by second single, and if the second single kicks ass too, then yeah, I might as well do it because this song is fucking awesome. And
hell
I
yeah.
haven't been drawn into this band like this before, but I also don't know that they've been on my radar even, sadly, you know. Uh, but could just be catching them at the right time, man. Like they sound
Mm-hmm.
so good. So good, but big Behemoth vibes. This is what I miss from Behemoth. You know what I mean? The fucking
Mm-hmm.
chuggy badassery. Like
Yeah.
Behemoth's kind of straying from that anymore. But um, sorry, not to shit on Behemoth, but um, Immolation, yeah, man, kicking ass, and so pumped for this album.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I
Check out.
think, yeah, no, I'll just leave it at that,
Go
man.
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was I was gonna say one thing. I feel like they should try to implement like a scream here and there, just for some uh diversity in the vocal. Just throw me off here and there. Like it could just be a simple corpse grinder, like one off here and there. You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
switch it up. Because I feel like
Like a
his
Chris
vocal is
Barnes.
kind of yeah, it's just a lot of the same. But I don't know. That's just me being fucking me. I don't know. Yeah, no, song's good, dude. You know what? Fuck what I say. It's good.
I got it. I got you. I don't know if they will though, because I feel like I don't think I've ever heard them do like an actual high. Uh,
Yeah, I really don't think they do. Yeah, but it's cool, man. It's still a cool vibe. I feel like it's one of those sounds they're just kind of bringing you to their own hell, and it's
mhm.
cool. It's a
Hell
fucking
yeah.
awesome vibe.
Hell yeah. We're obviously talking about the new song Attrition by Immolation, leading up to a monumental album that we're obviously going to review. What's it called? Is it called Ascend? No, Descent. Their new album Descent coming out April 10th.
Album cover by Ellerin Cantor. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Get excited.
For
So yeah,
show. Is this
check
our
it
first
out.
Ellerin Cantor album of the year?
I think it is.
I
I'm
think
trying to
so.
think of big albums that we've reviewed. I don't think we've done an Eller and Cantor album this year. I know we did a couple
Uh,
last year with like Malevolence, Heaven
mm-hmm.
Shall Burn, Abigail Williams. I think this is
Oh
the
yeah,
first one this
Abigail
year.
did it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Hats off to that guy, man. He's a fucking awesome artist.
hell yeah. Um, Up next we have a new small mini EP by Blackbraid. I
Oh
think this
yeah.
one's called Nocturnal Womb. I think it's called that. It's just a three-song EP. It has Nocturnal Womb, Celestial Bloodlust, and Barefoot Ghost Dance on Blackened Soil acoustic. I think that's so. I guess that's an older song, but I really dig this, especially Celestial Bloodlust. Oh, I just love this band. I listened to this and it made me go back to Black Braid 3 again, even some older Black Braid. I love this sound. And I'm at
Um,
the point where I think if like, because I always hear a bunch of people talk shit on black metal who like metal but don't like black metal, usually complain about like the production. I would show them Black Braid because it's still just pure black metal, but the production's so well done and it sounds so good. Uh, and I think this just kind of continues it. What do you think of this?
I thought it was cool, dude. Great sound. Yeah, it's a kick-ass black metal sound, man, and it's refreshing, I think, compared to a lot of black metal stuff out there. Uh, Different and unique in its own way. I was kind of getting, I don't know why, but like hearing some like deserty vibes in this one, whereas like the
Hmm.
last EP album, whatever it was, kind of was bringing the more purple mist kind of vibes. I don't know.
I
But
get what
then
you're
I went
saying.
to yeah, I went to look at this cover though, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at on this cover. Is this a tree with snow on it at like daybreak?
Let me look.
Like it's hard to see what that
Yeah,
even
it kind of
is.
looks like yeah, it's kind of like a morning and like a snowy
Yeah.
mountains, and that's like the trees. It looks like
Okay. See,
almost
I
kind of
was
like
thinking
pan.
it was like, huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it was like I was thinking the orange was giving me the desert vibes. So I don't know if
Uh
that kind of made me hear desert vibes in in this or not, but then I went to click it and I felt stupid. I was like, oh, it's not even desert cover. I was like, I don't know. But yeah.
I don't know. I think I almost wonder if they're trying to make it look kind of like the Dark Throne Panzerfaust cover. It almost looks like that just with the orange in it.
Yeah. It's unique for sure. You like the cover even. It's different from what he did on the last one.
But I do get what you're saying because I know you laugh at it like the previous album sounded like purple, but I understand it because there is a different vibe because I do feel like the previous album did feel like almost like a cold, wet, damp forest to
Yeah,
where this
like at
doesn't have
night
that same
too,
vibe.
you know.
Hmm.
It
Yeah,
just sounded
this
like all at night. Like I think with the coyotes, like you heard in the last album, like
hmm
it's a nocturnal animal, and so I don't know. Maybe that's probably it. But
yeah. Yeah. It's awesome. Check out Blackbraid's new EP. I think it's called Nocturnal Womb. Well, let me actually click on this and
desert womb. No, you're right.
here we go.
Nocturnal
It
womb.
is Nocturnal Womb. Check it out. It's awesome.
Nocturnal
Um,
nights in the desert.
uh, up next, we have a new single by The Last 10 Seconds of Life featuring
Oh
Trevor
man.
Simonak. This song is called Make It to Heaven. Uh, yeah, bringing back I feel like this kind of almost reminded me of the box era of Last 10 Seconds of Life. What did you think of this?
Yeah, I could kind of hear that. Um, kind of have like the harmonies on the guitar kind of giving those vibes, I feel like. It's brutal, dude. Like I just can't get over the vocals. Like this guy just sounds like a living demon. Yeah, and he's just making this stuff for fun. Sounds effortless. He makes it look
Hmm.
effortless. It's weird. And it's just the tone that comes out of that throat is like, whoa. Insane. And then you have David Simonek, who almost sounds like I mean, just as brutal, but it's like, damn, it's a demon's song. Two demons, one song. It's gnarly. Make it to heaven. Yeah, dude. It's cool new deathcore. Is that what this is? Deathcore, I think.
Yeah, I would call
Safe
it
to say.
deathcore.
Yeah. Pretty good though. Like I dig it, man. It's one of my favorite, I think, deathcore vocals of modern day.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Check
What'd you think
out
of it?
Make. I did like it. I think I've only listened to it a couple times and it's been a minute, but I do remember it gave me more of the old school last 10 seconds that I originally liked. So I appreciated that more. And I did like Trevor Simonek's vocals in it. Because both this song and the song after it, I feel like the guest vocalists were the perfect fits and just made the songs even heavier. But we'll get to
Hmm.
the next song before after this. But yeah, I did enjoy it. Yeah, last 10 seconds of life, make it to heaven, leading up to a new
Oh
album. I'm
yes.
assuming.
One of my favorite band names too, I gotta say. That is such a great band name. The last 10 seconds of life,
I'm still
don't
trying
you
to figure
think?
out where did this come from? Like
I
how
I
would
I mean, I've thought about it and I'm just like, it's just an eerie thought. It's an eerie mindset. If you think about your last 10 seconds of living, especially if you know about it, kind of even more haunting, I don't know, you're falling off of a bridge or something like that, or fucking you're in a collapsing building or something. I don't know. You have 10 seconds,
or
but
you're
you're dead at the
or you're
last one.
bleeding
So
out.
it's, yeah, bleeding out. Yeah, it's harrowing. It's a harrowing thought and like a harrowing sound to go with it. So very fitting. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
fucking hell in music form. Perfect.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Check out Make It to Heaven by The Last 10 Seconds of Life. Um, Up next, we have a new Ingested song. I don't know who's on vocals, but this new song is called Merciless Reflection, featuring Peeling Flesh. Uh, what'd you think of this?
Yeah, I too concur. Don't know who I'm listening to, but it was good. Song rips, and then yeah, it's perfect icing on the cake with dude from Peeling Flesh. So gnarly as hell.
Yeah, it's perfect icing on the cake for the allegations. If this is Josh Davies or whatever that guy's name was, I feel like it
Yeah,
might be. Although I don't
bullshit.
remember like thinking his vocals were this good. I think the vocals are pretty good. Uh, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know who it is. I haven't
I
really kept up with Ingested.
Well, and, I mean, yeah, well, and that's the thing. It's like they're coming out with a new album, but apparently all tracks have been re-recorded with new vocals. So it's like, but then they released this single. So is this the new vocals or is this the guy that got kicked out? They didn't really even clarify that. You know what I mean? I feel like this was just
Yes.
a track on schedule, and they're just like, fuck it, yeah, put it out.
So is it kind of like a CJ and Thy Art Is Murder situation?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe, probably. It's pretty
Yeah.
bad that every episode we have is a new allegation piece of information coming out. Like, good God, dude, can't keep up. Guys just getting essays everywhere.
You know what? It keeps happening with deathcore. Maybe we should go focus on unproblematic genre. Let's talk about black metal. There's
Yes.
no problems going on over there.
Yeah. No churches have been burned in the name of black metal lately. It's crazy.
No Nazi allegations going on in black metal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, damn, dude. There's a new outlaw in town, and he's fondling your kids.
Yeah. Check out Merciless Reflection by Ingested, featuring Peeling Flesh. Check it out. We have another single here. This is one you sent me, and this is a big surprise about a band I didn't think we were ever going to talk about again on this show. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
I gotta say, huge disclaimer. Looking back, I remember in my mind. I don't know the words that I said in particular, but I feel so bad for that episode. I shit talked the hell out of this band, Wage War, and I don't know that it was that deserved. I ended up even hearing a song from that album just randomly pop up on Spotify. I was like, "Oh, this ain't bad. What song's this?" And I look at my phone. I was like, "Ooh, oopsies." But so yeah. With that being said, the song we are talking about today is Song of the Swamp. If you have not heard the song and you do like metal, you're gonna fucking love this song because it's badass. And I don't know how you can hate this one. This song is fucking insane. So cool, dude. What'd you think of
hmm
it?
I actually enjoyed it, and the thing is, I've never been into Wage War. I like the one song, Stitch. But that's
Yeah,
because I fucking hate the clean vocals they do on their music because I feel
mm,
like it's one of those like cookie cutter, like almost auto-tuned, and just kind of ruins the like heavy, dirty vibe that they bring forth. Like you're
kind of
bringing this,
forceful.
yeah. It feels like I like we're enjoying the dirt filth, and then someone's bringing a sponge to clean up all the filth with these clean
It-
vocals. Like even seeing them live. Like it was okay, but I was just like, I don't really care about this band. So when we did review that album, I joined in on the shit talking because I had zero skin in the game. I didn't like the band to begin with. This song though is very
It's a
different.
redeemer.
Yeah, this is would say on better and heavier than even Stitch was. This was unexpected from a band that I thought was turning towards trying to be more
Gay.
radio. Yeah. Trying to be more of like, hey, how can we get more of our music on like Madden and NHL video games and stuff like that?
True.
It's that
Yes.
type of metal.
Well,
But this
yeah,
one,
to be honest, dude, that's what I felt like I was hearing too. So, you know what? let's go back to that episode. I fully support it. Fuck this bit. No, I'm just kidding. No, this song's badass, dude. It really is. It grooves. It fucking gents. It like he does some insane fucking burpy, gurgly vocals that I'm just like, oh god, it gets me so good. It is a pump you up type song. And there's even some big death chants in there too. And that's what I feel like I really heard in here was like some consideration for the tunage. And I mean that by like he didn't cluster the vocals, like it's not congested feeling, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like and I, for example, the lines like it's like doon doo doo no. I'm just like, oh, that's such a haunting chant, you know. I don't know what's calling him by name. I guess the swamp maybe, but it's just how it's delivered along with like the beat there. Oh, it fucking gets me, dude. It's so good. And I guess I don't have a good comparison for what I'm saying in non-congested music, but I don't know. Maybe you get what I mean. Maybe you don't. But
Yeah.
anyways, it's killer song, dude. But another highlight for me was the breakdown moment when it's like and it's like that quick little like gurgly burp thing. And I'm just like, oh yes, give me more of that shit, dude. It total sidewinder moment, and I'm just like fucking comes out of nowhere but punches right at the perfect second, like tenth of a second, you know. I don't know how he thought of that, but awesome fucking spot, dude, for a little um yeah. Tiny Vokes, big impact.
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, small moment, big impact. Not Tiny Vokes at all. It's like a demon type shit, you know. But it was crazy because this band they did a video for this song too. I haven't fully watched the video, but I've seen like the reel of it, like the clip on Spotify thing. The dude like showing up in face tats and shit. I'm like, is this the same band? So like I was literally thrown off when I sent this to you because I was seeing that reel on Spotify. I'm like, this doesn't even look like the same guy. But then like I did some kind of more analyzing and I think it is. I think he's just tatted up now, looking criminal.
I guess they're trying a new vibe. I guess they didn't get I guess the last album just didn't get on enough video games. They didn't get the
Yeah.
attention they were going to
Didn't get
expecting
the
it.
Madden. Yeah.
Because I feel like when we saw them, Wage War was kind of on the rise. I felt like I was seeing a lot more people talk about them.
Yeah, we did see them. Fucking
Hmm.
Rose Music Hall. That's right. Who was that with? Was that with Every Time I Die?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
six. It was 68, um, Wage War, and then Every Time I Die.
Oh yeah. And at the time they were known as that band that did like the coughing breakdown thingy, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And he did it live, I remember too. I was like, oh yeah, pretty cool. But
But
yeah,
yeah.
they were a fun band then. They had a moment where I wasn't tuning in, and I think I'm back now. I think I'm gonna pay attention to them. So
All right. Hell yeah. Well, if all this sounds intriguing, or if you're like us and wrote off Wage War, maybe go back and check this brand new song out, Song of the Swamp by Wage War. Hopefully this is a new direction. Hopefully the cleans are kind of minimal, because this kind of attitude that they're bringing forth is pretty kick-ass. So we'll see what happens next. Wage War.
hell yeah.
Um, that's it for the
Wage
singles on the
on.
playlist. That's it for the singles on the playlist, but there is one more single I forgot that was new. I kind of want to talk about. I don't know if you checked it out or not, because I remember I tagged you in on Facebook, but I don't know if you checked it out because it also came with an announcement. And I also don't know if you like this band. But 6 Feet Under has announced a new album and released a new song.
I miss
And
the song.
boy howdy, this is awesome.
Really?
I really enjoy it. Because I kind of liked their previous album. It was what was it called? No, we reviewed it.
We did.
Oh, Killing
We
for
did.
Revenge.
Yeah.
I actually dug Killing for Revenge. I thought that was a very redeeming album after Nightmares of the Decompose, which as everyone knows and remembers, became the meme of the internet for the longest time of how terrible that album was. So, Killing for Revenge was kind of redeeming for me. I think there were still haters, but I'm seeing this new track. There's people that are still trolling, but even after they troll, will say, "Okay, this song is actually pretty awesome." I think this is fucking sick. It is almost Chris going back to a little bit of old school 6 Feet Under vibes, and also back to his Cannibal Corpse era. Like he's pretty much just staying in the lows and very controlled, very good. And then 6 Feet Under, who has never really had a problem with instrumental wise, because even on Nightmares to Decompose, we can talk shit all we want about the vocals, but there's still some killer riffs on that album, and on the uh, it's very much on display on this song, and it's this new song, "Unmistakable Smell of Death." It's
Mm.
fucking sick, and I recommend everyone check it out. Building up to a new album called Next to Die, and I'm very excited because also the album art is fucking sick. Very old school vibes, but very detailed. So just awesome.
Hell yeah. I'm looking this up now. I'm gonna have to give this a whirl because I totally forgot to listen to the track, but I will. I will check it for sure.
I recommend it. I see it's turning a lot of the trolls into actually like, all right, this is actually kind of sick.
And this
So,
isn't a bad this is leading up to an album that comes out in 37 days. April
mhm.
24th. So that's right around the corner. That's a pretty
Yeah.
quick turnaround.
Yeah, it was a very surprise drop. Very lengthy. I didn't even read all the posts. It's a forever long post by a boomer at this point. It's very old.
Yeah.
But like I'm very surprised at how good he sounds on this. So very exciting.
That's cool. Hell yeah.
Um, yeah, that's it for singles. Now we have some albums. We have three on our main playlist, but one newer one. Uh, do you want to start off on a high note? Do we want to talk about the newer one, or is there
I
another album?
Let's put it this way. Um, I didn't really care for the first two,
Okay.
but boy, am I fucking perked up for that last one.
Oh, Acranius.
No.
Oh, you're talking about Lamb of God. Oh, you're talking about Gorelami.
Gorelami Slam. Mm. Yes, yes, all my yes.
You're all bricked up.
Yes, did you listen to this?
I haven't listened to it all the way through. I did enjoy it. And also, where'd you find this at? Because I looked at the
So I thought,
Spotify. This is their debut, and it has 1,000. Like, how
yeah,
did you find this?
yes, this is a dude on Instagram that I follow, and his name is Michael Gorlami, and he is the guitarist for the deathcore band Left to Suffer. And I don't even know
Oh,
that he's actually a writing guitarist. I think he might just be a touring musician. But the dude's onto something, man. And I first caught wave of him because he has these reels that went viral, and he's recording these tracks, what were just samples of literally cinder blocks grinding against each other, and you can hear those featured in this EP, Gorlami. Gorlami Slam. This is the debut release featuring some cinder blocks on vocals, combined with some of his, vocal technique himself. So yeah, there's a whole cinder block theme around this. Um, you have Gorlami Slam, Bricked Up, Concrete Jungle, and Stoned to Death. So yeah, the concrete's definitely there. Um, but honestly, what drew me in, dude, was the riffage, the tunage. I dig this guy's vibes, and his just musical taste. Really, I think he's got some sick ass grooves in this, dude. Definitely sit through this whole EP if you get the time, man. You will like it. I promise, man. It's not. This is no slam to be taken jokingly. This is some serious, awesome shit, and this guy needs more listens, dude. Is some of my favorite slam. Really is, truthfully.
Uh, it wasn't bad, is the thing. Is like there was some good stuff. I was just surprised about how raw it was, because it is a very raw sound. Um, And I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked at it as like this has less than 1,000 to our starting registering how many plays it has, and this is the debut and it just came out today and you added it to the playlist. Like, how did he find this?
Yes.
Is this like someone we know?
Hell yes. No, this is yeah, totally random find on Insta. Well, I mean, I guess because of his virality or whatever, but for good reason, dude. It's catching waves, and it's on my radar for sure. Yeah, badass tunage, man. Check it out. Michael Gorelami on Insta if you want to catch those reels. And then Gorlami Slam is the band name, or no, sorry, Gorlami is just the band name, but the EP is Stone to Death is the EP title. But just some sick grooves, man. It really is, dude. Oh, you got to dive in, eat them up, because it's just like I'm gonna sample one real quick.
Yeah, I checked it out, but I think I got about halfway through because I was listening to it while I was waiting for it to pick up Annie. So I was in front of the school listening to Gorlami, and as soon as the teacher
Hell
opened the door, I
yeah.
had to turn it down and stop it.
It's fucking sick, dude. I love it. I hope he takes this band on tour. I would have to get my ass out of the house to go see it if he did, because holy shit, it fucking slams.
Will he actually bring cinder blocks though to the show?
I, I don't know, dude. That would be interesting. Um, yeah, it's cool. Creative. I love the creativity there, though, man. Like, how has that not been thought of before? Genius, genius. And you could totally hear it now. Like, if I guarantee, if you go back to the EP, you're like, oh, there's a cinder block. Like, and you can kind of tell whenever he's doing like you hear the curvature on the mouth with the actual voice sometimes, but then like when you just hear the flat out, it's it's probably just a cinder block grinding. So, but it fits so good. It really does.
Hell
Favorite
yeah.
track, probably Bricked Up. Yes.
Hell yeah. Check out Gorlami Slam by Gorlami and get all bricked up.
Absolutely.
Um, we do have some other releases. I'll just go in order. First up, we got Temple of Void with their new album. Why is this thing's not minimize so I can actually see? New Temple of Void with their new album, The Crawl. This wasn't too bad. Kind of has like a old school death metal vibes with like newer age like melodicness, if that makes sense. It's not
Hmm.
too bad, but it wasn't something that stuck with me. What did you listen to this and what did you think of it?
Yeah, I didn't stick around too long. I kind of made it halfway through, I'd say, or somewhere in there. And honestly, it's just because I was so stoked to get to Gorlami. So sorry, but yeah. Um, but yeah, man, it's interesting sound. Um, kind of one lane, if if that makes sense. Pretty much what you said, though. Yeah,
Yeah, and I do think that is kind of the issue. Like you bring it up, it feels like yes, there's like melodicness and there's probably a lot of notes, but it feels like it's all kind of like in one. Like
a little
they're
narrow.
not straying off from this one direct sound that they're trying to make. So it kind of does
Yeah,
get a little boring after a while.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, check out The Crawl by Temple of Void if that if one note sounds interesting to you. Um, Up next we have Hidden Fires Burn Hottest by Bosse De Nogge. This is the band I keep confusing with Blue At Noir since they both have like
Hmm.
French sounding names. I want to say this is the actual French one. Um, and here's the thing, I've talked about it all the time, like avant-garde, like black metal, like Imperial Triumphant, Blue Odd Noir, uh, just weird shit. I love weird shit in music. Um, and this band does that. Um, but I fucking hate this. What's your thoughts on this?
I don't know that I had hatred when I heard it, but I was like, it was pretty quick, and I was just like, I looked at how long this album was, how many tracks there were, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna skip over this for now.
Yeah,
It's on my back burner, like sorry, but I just wasn't feeling this at the time. So
Yeah, I as soon as like the drums started in the beginning, I just like felt uncomfortable. And then as the album progressed, it didn't get better for me. Like I said, I love weird fucking metal. What was that We're Not Going to Mars or something like that? What was that band called?
oh
Puron? Was it Puron? Is that the name of the
yeah,
band?
maybe something like that.
Like I feel like that's like the perfect kind of weird. Same with Imperial Triumphant, where you can do weird shit and it's fine. This band feels like there's not a point to the weird shit. It feels like they're just throwing weird shit for the sake of doing weird shit. I don't feel like there's any ever solid ground, and it just feels like a mishmash, pointless mishmash to
Yeah.
where there's no end point, there's no goal. Uh, so I just felt uncomfortable and not at ease. And I love like mathcore. Mathcore, like it's chaotic, but I feel like there's still at least like solid ground. This feels like I forget which song it is. It's either Mementos or In the Name of the Moth, but it feels like there's multiple songs almost going on at once. It feels like, and there's samples out of nowhere, weird spoken word.
Oh yeah,
Just
that's
like
right.
it was just uncomfortable. And if they're trying to do it for an artistic thing, like I can see the merits of that, but I don't see that in this album because I feel like it's just weird for the sake of being weird. So,
I I feel like you're kind of hitting the nail on the head. I'm reading their bio on Spotify, and I don't know. I'm not. I hate to shit talk bands because especially if this is like their best. You know what I mean? Like they've tried so hard to put this out. But I at the same time when I started this album, it's like I didn't really know what they're trying to do. Like, and that's just where I kind of got turned off from it. It's like, yeah, I'm with you. I don't even know that I get into is. I think we both kind of will get into some weird stuff, but it's just very on the individual aspect, you know. Like you love Imperial Triumphant. I'm still not even on that train, but this is just odd. It's oddity in a nutshell. But the bio is kind of really not drawing me in more. It says Bosse De Nogge is an American band from San
uh,
Francisco, California, composed of four anonymous members. Considered as a part of the Blackgate scene, the band performs an experimental black metal style that draws from post-rock, shoegaze, post-hardcore screamo, and indie rock with influences from yada yada. But then they have their picture on Spotify, so you're anonymous, but you have your picture. Like what? What do you mean?
yeah, it
Okay,
feels like in
cool.
the San Francisco thing, but with a French name, it feels like highfalutin, but not really anything underneath. Like um, like South Park when they're sniffing their farts. Uh, you remember that with the hybrids? Like that's what it kind of makes me think of. Like I feel like you're trying to make it seem like there's a big like this is more meaningful. Like Death Heaven will feel like there's like a it's like a bigger, more meaningful thing. But typically when they do it, I feel like there actually is. This one it feels like they're trying to do that, but I know there's nothing underneath. Like there might be something underneath, but how it's being portrayed, I don't feel like there is.
Yeah, just yeah, cool. Weird. I don't know. Yeah, odd sound. But if that sounds up your alley,
Check out Hidden Fires Burn the Brightest. By Boost, dude.
yeah,
By Boost, dude. You know what? They're fucking American
Benage,
from South San Francisco. Bossa De Nogge.
Bustinage, Bustinage. It's another one of those sounds that sounds like it's in the Age of Mythology game. When you click on a character, you click on
Boostinage.
Bustinage. Oh, Bustinage,
Stick
Bustinage.
it. Yeah. Check out Bostonage, Hidden Fires Burn Brightest, and tell me we're wrong. Anyways, moving on.
Yes. Yeah.
Different vibe. We have Whiteout by Acranius. Slam to its extremity. Pretty well produced. This is a band I keep confusing with Acrania because I
I'm
like
kind of say
Acranius.
deathcore. I agree,
Really?
but oh yeah, I'd throw deathcore in there. Would you not?
Okay. I I can kind of see that because
It's
also
in
I was getting that vibe with their old albums too when I first found this band.
yeah. Yeah, I just hear it mostly in the vocals, I think. It is very slammy tunage, but the vocals are just that really like
Hmm.
you know. And so that's what I think's drawn me to the deathcore. Um, but I did think this was a nice, fun listen. And fucking pretty brutal, man. Pretty just relentlessly brutal. Um, yeah, and cool sounds, cool tunage, man. I thought it was pretty groovy.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I keep confusing them with Acrania, but I remember I've liked this band more than Acrania because I don't know remember what the album is called, but it's the one with called Life Sustainment Through Mutilation. That one is very like slam deathcore because it even how the slam part comes in, it almost feels like a breakdown, like it has that whole build up in like the slam part, like almost like an
Mm.
explosion where a typical deathcore breakdown kind of pops up. Uh, but yeah, this is pretty. I forget about this band a lot, so this is a nice new reintroduction to that band. So yeah, check out Acranius Whiteout for some slamming deathcore, just fun. Some stuff for the gym
Roots.
playlist possibly.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, other than that, we have another album that's not on this playlist, but I feel like it's too big to not talk about. And that is the new album by a band that's big part for both of us for been listening to for a long time, and that is the new album, 10th album, I believe, by Lamb of God, and it's called Into Oblivion. Um, what'd you think of this new album?
You know, I liked it more than the last one. I did.
Okay.
I feel like there's more tunes on this one that are catching me more than the last one did. Um, I still think they're kind of trapped in the cookie cutterness a little bit, but anyways, I'll focus on the good on the so I like the tracks Parasocial Christ. I feel like that one's pretty decent. Sepsis, I still like. I think that's probably one of my faves. I actually really like Randy's cleans on this. His cleans almost shine more to me than his metal vocals do. And it's not that he's really doing anything differently clean wise, like kind of bringing the vibes of that one song they did on that Seven album. What was that
Hmm.
song called? Overlord. You know, kind of that style, but not as typical chorusy. You know, I found these songs to be more kind of surprising. Like there's these one-off lines of cleans, and then you don't really hear that repeat again, or it's almost kind of like the first half of the song's different from the second half. There's kind of a lot of
Yeah.
songs like that, you know, a good handful of them, anyways. So yeah, I like Parasocial Christ. Sepsis was good. El Vacío, I think you get the most cleans on that one. That's probably one of my favorites, to be completely honest. Um, and Saint Catherine's Wheel was a fucking jam. That was a nice upbeat kind of ass kicking song. Um, but I like the Lamb of God doing the different shit, and I think that's why I'm kind of drawn into the cleans more on this one. The cleans that he implemented sound different um, than what they've done before. That's what kind of made the tracks stick out to me more, I think, than the others. But yeah, um, so yeah. With that being said, I thought it was a pretty good album. What'd you think of it?
Hell yeah. I actually really enjoyed this album. And in fact, I'm gonna say this is probably their best work since I'd rank this somewhere between like the Wrath and Desolation era. I'd
Yeah,
say it's probably uh
I kind of
quality
agree
of
with
work,
that.
I'd say put it somewhere in there. However, listening to it, I'm also getting a little bit of Sacrament vibes, not necessarily music wise, but how the album is structured. Because I almost feel like the second half of the album, like these deep tracks, I think are fucking sick. But let me kind of go through this. Like, I do love Sepsis, so that's a I going back to that, and I kind of forgot how awesome that single was. Killing Floor is fucking sick. Blunt Force Blues. But then once I started getting to the deep tracks, like Bully, I fucking love, because I feel like he's talking very political stuff, which I do like. When Lamb of God gets political, but I'm more annoyed with that when it came to like Omen and Clockworks, because when they get
Yeah.
political in that, it almost feels preachy. This doesn't feel preachy. It feels like he's pissed off, which is what made Ashes of the Wake feel that much better. It wasn't preachiness, it was actual genuine anger about something. So that's what made it feel like, oh, fuck. It felt more punk. It felt more
Yeah.
like just visceral and real. And that's where I kind of feel like with Bully. In fact, I kind of want to look up these lyrics because I feel like these are the most like just blunt lyrics I've heard him say in a long time. Let me get it real quick, but also the intro to A Thousand Years with the like the bass and the cowbell, I thought was
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
Like just intros, like like this. I think this is a damn good album. Very surprising because I've kind of written off what they've been doing recently. It's just one of those things that someone brought up. It's like, yeah, it's good, but is it going to stick? Because that's kind of how their past albums have been, to where you might like it when it first comes out, but it might not stick with you. So it's one of those things. Let's see if this one will stick with us. Here we go. Here we go. So, Bully, the lyrics, the initial lyric that caught my attention, the very opening lyrics, incite a massacre, then game the system with your grift. Hammers at
Sorry, you're
the
cutting out like
steeplechase,
crazy.
a race to sue fratricide. Let's see, where's the other one? There was bloated like a tick, still looking for a mark, but no one's untouchable. Third time's a fucking
Oh,
charm.
I remember hearing that in the track. Yeah. It really stood out right there. I do remember that now. There's one song, what's he
Yeah.
there's a
Although I
couple
thought he
lines
said
that
something
were
else. I thought he said Yeah, I originally thought he
huh?
said broken like a dick, which I thought, well, what's it? I need to read these lyrics to figure
Yeah.
out what the hell he's talking about.
Broken like a jerk. Um, I was gonna highlight a lyric too, a line, but my memory is dulling right now. Um, I want to say it was probably in St. Catherine's Wheel. I don't know. St. Catherine's Wheel was giving me the vibes of like knocking on death's door though, with its like kind of just upbeat vibe that it had, is giving
Hmm.
me a real good comparison to that track. I loved it, dude. I thought it was like a super pump me up type song. That was cool as
Hell
hell.
yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing I was thinking of while listening to this and kind of hearing these lyrics is that I can't think of the past two albums to where lyrics have actually stuck out as much as they have as this one and as much as they used to. Because for me, the lyrics were like the big thing for Lamb of God, along with because there's a lot of things I loved about Lamb of God was the lyrics. I loved the guitars because I think Mark Morton and Willie Adler are sick guitarists. Like and they
Hmm.
only typically only play in drop D, so again, awesome. And then also the drums. But I feel like all those have kind of been kind of lacking the past couple albums. This one, I feel like everything is finally kind of coming back together a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool new release for sure, dude.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that is well, if that sounds interesting to you, go check out Into Oblivion, the new album by Lamb of God. Check it out. Do you have any other albums or any other music that you think we missed that you want to talk
No,
about?
I don't think so, dude. No new tunage over here.
I gotcha. Um, I feel like there was another album I didn't put on there because I see a lot of people are talking about it. But after I tried to listen to it, I didn't think we would want to listen to it. Um, and it's not that it's bad, but I feel like listening to it is almost a chore. And let me just get into this. So this is a new band. It's not a new band. But I've been seeing a lot of people comparing this band and this new album to Blood Incantation's Absolute Elsewhere. and that is this new
Hmm.
band, this new album by the band called Cryptic Shift with their new album Overspace and Super Time. So I tried listening to it, and it wasn't bad. And then I got into the second song and realized, oh fuck, because like the first song was like, you know what, I get a little bit of those vibes. It's a very slow intro, but it's like okay, once the everything kind of kicks in, all right, it's not too bad. But this album is only 5 songs long and is 78 minutes long. The second track is 30 minutes long. And I thought, no, I'm not doing this. I'm
Damn.
not. And I do get a little bit of blood incantation vibes, but at the same time, it's like I still prefer blood incantation more. So if you want to check out Cryptic Shift, Overspace, and Super Time, maybe I am missing something. But as soon as I saw those song length times, I thought, no, I'm fucking good. I'm good.
Too overwhelming.
Yes.
If you're gonna make a song that long, dude, you really got to draw it in. Like to me, the perfect longest song that I can remember and I can think of off the top of my head is Abigail Williams' "Beyond the Veil," and I think it tallies up to like 17 minutes and some
Mm-hmm.
change. But that is a fucking odyssey of
Mm-hmm.
one song, and it culminates perfectly. It just it starts perfectly. It just takes you through all these phases of the songs while all still maintaining some sort of chord or something to remind you you're still in the same song. It was just perfectly done, and that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of more of the atmospheric black metal, but still just very well done and the best to this day, in my opinion, of a really lengthy song. You know,
Yeah, I was actually thinking of that exact song when you were talking about like a good long song because that is a perfect long song. It
hmm
needs to be that long because like I love that I don't know
yeah,
if
you
it's a
can't cut anything
violin
out.
at the
Yeah.
beginning that
Oh yeah.
and then it's like slowly builds and it like does the whole black metal thing, then kind of slowly fades, like just and then but then all of a sudden bah, 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 bah. And it's like
Yeah.
kind of brings you back to a little bit. It's like, oh, you just get a whole new wind, and then the band kicks back in. It's like, ah, it's beautiful, it's great, it's dark, ah, perfect.
Yes. Go check out Abigail Williams' Beyond the Veil if you're
In
looking
fact,
for a real good love song.
just check out the whole album. Becoming, it's a
Seriously,
great
yeah,
album.
becoming. You should, yeah, absolutely, dude. I second that. It is a album in history for me that's yeah, that I'll never forget.
They played that song, didn't they, when we saw them?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. It was cool, but depressing at the same time.
Yeah. But still, even when those instruments came back in, like the violins and stuff, it's like, oh, it's just even though there's only like 3 of us in that crowd, it just felt like big and awesome,
It did.
even though it's a
It did.
sad show. But
It was very what's the word? Intimate. I'll say
hmm
that, Yeah, very intimate. It's crazy. It's cool.
But yeah, that's it for new releases. Anything else? Or are we good to move on to the next thing?
Uh, I think yeah, next thing.
All right. Well, we'll talk about metal news next time on Death Metal Days. Until then, you can check us out on Spotify for all our old things, or even just any wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, wherever. We're also on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. You can even email us directly at deathmetaldays@gmail.com or through one of those apps that has messaging. But yeah, until next time, Death Metal Days out.
Gang gang, for real, for real.